All right, welcome back, everyone, for another deep dive. You
Well,
know how sometimes you just gotta hit the pause button and take
yeah.
stock? Well, that's what we're doing today.
hmm
We're not diving into a new topic. We're diving into all the topics we've already done.
That's right.
We're going meta people, meta learning.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
about reviewing all those amazing modules you've gone through. Think of your source material this time as like a treasure map,
Okay.
guiding you back through everything,
Got it.
getting you ready for, that final challenge, the big
Yeah.
assessment.
Yeah, and it's really a fantastic opportunity, I think, this whole process of reviewing and assessing, because it helps you to really consolidate all that you've learned,
Right.
and kind of solidify that understanding.
Yeah.
It's like you're taking stock of your knowledge, right?
hmm
You're figuring out what's really stuck, what maybe needs a little bit more attention.
Yeah.
And it's also a chance to identify any gaps you might have,
Oh, for sure.
before you move on to even bigger and better things.
Okay, so full disclosure. Sometimes when I hear the word review,
Mm-hmm.
my brain kind of goes, ugh, boring.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
But these source materials actually had some really cool techniques that I think could totally change that.
Mm.
One that really jumped out at me was this thing called spaced repetition.
Oh, yeah, spaced
You
repetition.
familiar with that?
Absolutely. It's a super powerful technique, actually, for learning and memory. Instead of cramming all the information
Right.
at once, you space out your reviews over time, gradually increasing the intervals between them.
Okay, so instead of drowning in notes the night before a test,
Exactly.
I'm tricking my brain into remembering things long term.
That's the idea, yeah.
Interesting.
You're basically telling your brain, hey, this information must be important if it keeps popping up, so I better hang on to it.
Clever. The sources also talked about active recall,
Oh, yeah.
which sounds kind of
Uh,
intense if you ask me.
right. Well, it can be, yeah. But it's a good kind of intense, think of it like this. Imagine you're trying to explain a concept from one of the modules
Okay.
to a friend who knows nothing about it. You're not just passively reading or rereading the material, you're actively pulling the information from your memory and trying to articulate it in your own words.
I see.
That process, that's active recall. And it does a couple of really important things. First, it strengthens those neural pathways, making the information much more likely to stick.
Okay, that makes sense.
And second, it really highlights any gaps in your understanding. Maybe there's a part of the concept that you didn't fully grasp, and active recall will expose that.
Oh, so it's less about
Yeah.
memorizing facts
Mm-hmm.
and more about being able to use what I've learned.
It's the goal. Yeah.
Gotcha. The sources even suggested things like
Yeah.
creating my own little quizzes
Oh,
or
yeah.
summarizing key concepts in my own words.
Those are really effective strategies, yeah. They force you to engage with the material on a deeper level, which again helps solidify your understanding.
All this leads up to the assessment,
Right.
which honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of get nervous about assessments.
It's natural to feel some nerves, yeah. But it's important to remember that the assessment isn't designed to punish you. It's actually a tool to help you.
I like the way you put that. Any tips on how to approach the assessment without turning into a puddle of stress?
Absolutely. So first of all, I'd say practice under similar conditions. If it's a timed assessment,
Okay.
set a timer when you're practicing and familiarize yourself with the format of the questions so you know what to expect.
Good point.
And another thing, visualize success. Picture yourself calmly and confidently answering the questions.
Okay, so practice, prepare, and stay positive.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
You've already put in all this work learning this material. You know the assessment's just a chance to show yourself and everyone else how far you've come.
I'm feeling way more equipped to tackle all of this now.
Good.
What's the biggest takeaway you think listeners should walk away with today?
At the end of the day, it's not just about passing a test, right? It's
Okay.
about connecting this knowledge to your own life, your goals. How can you use this knowledge to make a difference? That's the real power of learning. Host speaker.